Hello and welcome to another episode of Nothing Definitive. My name is Sam Carlson, and today I want to talk about letting go and admitting that you're wrong. So, earlier today I was thinking about this, and it can be really difficult to admit to someone that you may be wrong about something, especially when that thing goes against something you believe in. It's something very fundamental. It's not, oh, well, you got this historical date wrong in the conversation, or you said something grammatically incorrect, or you were talking about a subject you don't really know about. Like, those are all really petty. But when it goes against something that you thought about at least a little bit, and you're adamant about it, something that maybe when you were younger, that's how you thought the world worked, and as you got older, you reinforced that view, and now that's actually what you think. You think that's how the world is. Um, those are the sort of wrongs, the sort of things that you need to look out for and challenge. Because anytime you come across something that say someone's arguing with you and they say no, you're wrong, and you don't want to admit it, that's a red flag, right? I mean, they might provide some really good information to just consider, to think about. Um, and it can be like, if you find that what they're saying is hard to listen to, I mean, anytime you're corrected and it hurts, like it actually like kind of hurts you or makes you feel small or weak, or I mean, basically that's what's happening anytime someone challenges something you really believe in, and that's really difficult to deal with. You do get better at it, though. I want to make sure you note that um, if you get really good at challenging your views all the time, you do get really good at absorbing that sort of criticism. Because after a while, you just basically become immune to right and wrong. You don't even like. For me personally, I don't care about right or wrong ever anymore, because it is meaningless to me. I only care about information. And sometimes I get good information, sometimes I get bad. Sometimes I say things that are right, sometimes I say things that are wrong, but ultimately none of it really matters. All that matters is that new information that's incoming is constantly shaping my worldview. Rather than forming opinions and beliefs about how the world works and how things should be, all you should be doing is absorbing data. That's it. That's it. You never do anything else with it. You just observe and absorb, and you shape your worldview. And at first, that's really, really, really hard to do. So if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I can do that, fine. You probably can't. There's like a 99% chance that you can't do that. All you're doing is you're you're basically like coming across little things, petty things that you're wrong about, and accepting them and saying and giving them a high reward status. But the ones that are really difficult to, to change your mind about, the things that like I mean, I'm talking about things that like you would never think differently about. This is how the world works. It would be like thinking that a door exists, like a door is solid and it's there and you have to open it to walk through it. I'm talking about you're changing something so fundamental, it's like thinking that I can walk through doors whether or not I open them. That's what I'm talking about. There are things that you would just never conceive to be different. And I promise you that a lot of those kind of things exist in your life. You just never thought about them before. You've never challenged them. And those are the things that, when challenged by another person, it hurts. It really does. It like makes you feel like weak, small, like someone is attacking you. And really, that's what's happening in your mind. I mean, it's cognitive dissonance is like a defense mechanism to like protect your mind. Um, but after a point, when you get really good uh, at just letting go and saying, I don't care about right or wrong. I'm not here to like just like challenge people or have perfect information or only know facts. I'm just here to absorb data, and constantly shape my worldview. It just changes so much. Um, Everything, like literally everything in your life, will be totally, vastly, 100% different, and it's like the most crazy thing ever, because it seems like I feel like before all this happened to me, I would look at that and say that you can't even live life that way. How could you live a life without beliefs or opinions? How could you live life without having some sort of foundation to step on, right? To build your life around. Um, and it is hard. It is hard, but the foundation that you do eventually build is even stronger than before, because the one that you initially build that you kind of just naturally fall into because society pushes you in that direction is kind of a facade. It's not really real. That's why we have so much conflict and stuff, is because people start to like make these beliefs that aren't really real. The universe doesn't give a shit what you think. It doesn't care that you think the world works that way. The world actually works in the like physical properties of the universe. It works in that way only, and everything else is just human conceptualized. It's not really real. We make it real, and we agree as a society that it's real, but a lot of that is problematic. We agree to things without properly explaining it to one another. Like, what does this actually mean? How should we think about it? And it creates this whole illusory world that we all live in. And by letting go and being able to just admit that you're wrong about things and challenge literally everything that you look at, you can break all that down and you can rebuild this foundation that's even stronger, that allows you to see reality for what it really, really is. And it's amazing. I just like challenge yourself. It's so important if you want to like progress. If you're interested in self improvement and interested in enlightening your mind, you have to do it. I can't imagine any other way um, to reach like a higher level of consciousness. It's not possible. Um, So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Kind of rambled around. This was normally when I do these videos, I write an article first because then it really formulates my thoughts. But today, this popped into my head and I said I'm gonna record and just see what happens. So jumped around a little bit, but that's okay. It's just one of those times. So thank you very much for listening. As always, please check out notdeaf.com where I'm trying to publish here and there. And the stuff that I do publish is generally much um, like better articulated than these rambling videos. But yeah, so notdeaf.com. Also consider subscribing above. All the subscriptions help. Same with likes and all that stuff. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.